NXL Atlantic City Open. The semifinals about to go down. The teams have made it on. Red Legion, X Factor, Impact, and Damage, and we are looking in the pits right now with Tampa Bay Damage. You can see the fan predictions. And then San Antonio X Factor, a pretty decent favorite over Red Legion, though that one's pretty close. So I'm Matty Marshall alongside Todd Martinez and Nick Sloviak. So Todd, Damage, Impact, what do you think about this matchup?
Man, this is the one that I really want to see what's going to happen here. Impact, best team in the world, playing at the top of their game right now. And Damage, a team that we've seen with a bunch of guys that are used to winning. They understand how to win. They're trying to make a resurgent effort to get back to the top of the mountain. I mean, this is what we want to see. This is why we're here right now on Sunday afternoon. Damage is going to come out firing on all cylinders. I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
You know, Nick, yeah, Damage definitely heated up in those matches and playing with that swagger again, playing that aggressive, in-your-face, bloody knuckles paintball. And it's going to be a good one to watch. And also Red Legion and X Factor. Talk to me about that matchup.
Well, Red Legion and X Factor, no strangers to each other. As we talked about earlier, those two teams squared off in World Cup where Red Legion got the better of X Factor. But from that point forward, it's been all X Factor over Red Legion. It's going to be a grueling matchup, you know, with the offensive weapons that both teams have in the battle in the middle between LJ Woodley and Sergey. I'm excited to watch that matchup and see which one of us come out on top with our picks.
Well, yeah, I know. It's definitely me versus Nick right now. He's got X Factor. I got Red Legion. I love X Factor. I've been picking them for the past year and a half, but I just felt Red Legion, man, they coming off that win that they just had in Europe, felt that they were very confident. And when you have a team that's been rebuilt and you finally win a tournament, sometimes that's the magic ticket. It finally takes that monkey off your shoulders and allows you to play your best paintball. And we've seen Red Legion play phenomenal. They beat Dynasty to get here in the quarterfinals. Impact taking down Heat, but that Red Legion Dynasty game, Red Legion was up over Dynasty a lot more than Impact was over Heat. And it's always about the personal battles that are going down out there. Yeah, paintball is a team sport, but at the end of the day, it's who prevails on each side of the field. The snake side, the center, and the D side. And here, this first point is going to be Impact taking on Damage. We'll see if Silos Cortez can get his attack going on this snake side of the field and play clean. Penalties were a big issue for him and the rest of Damage. They got 11 penalties in the prelims. And Jacob Edwards coming out of paintball prison. Finally, he was suspended for the quarterfinal match, and he's going to be starting this point, of course, playing that D side.
Yeah, and that's going to be huge to get him back over there. Yes, you got Barrett, you got Waring, but having Jacob come back playing next to his brother Jason. Tim Montress are playing well for Tampa Bay Damage as well out there. And Cortez have been getting real sneaky up through the middle of the field over here. See if they're going to continue with that.
Well, guys, I mean, to get here, you got to have your whole team playing well to get this far into the tournament. So it's about who's playing better at this point. And there is Jacob Edwards and Jason Edwards, the Edwards brothers. Looks like Jarula is going to get the start. Of course, Jarula has just been a murder machine for his new team. Snake side, center, wherever they send him, Jarula's producing kills. Montressor getting the start as well. He's been incredibly consistent at grade 2, that 3, the safety valve, also can attack as well. And then the rookie, Silos Cortez, who I really feel is starting to find his form over here. And then on the flip side, Justin Cornell, you know who's been playing outstanding? In case you guys were just tuning in for Edmonton Impact, is Justin Rabakoff. Nick, what do you think about Justin's performance here at this event?
He's just been clutch. You know, we saw against Heat and a few of the other teams, whenever Impact's gotten down, Justin's made those moves and gotten those clutch kills to bring Impact back in the match with the body advantage. So
Justin's just one of those guys that has played so well for so long, we just forget to keep talking about it.
Yeah. You know, when somebody does something at a high level, you take it for granted sometimes. You expect it, and you kind of, it loses its luster, its magic. And I just want to reiterate how amazing Justin is.
Yeah, it's like LeBron James. You know, you only talk about him when he doesn't do something well. You know, right?
Exactly.
Like, he's so good. You're just looking for something to nitpick because he does everything so well.
Things not going well at the start of this first point for Tampa Bay Damage is they lose 2 bodies, so no attacker over here on the snake side, and they also lose Edwards over there on the D side. So they're playing down 2 right now. Impact with 5 strong. And that's, you know, you don't want to let Impact go up 2 bodies on you. They're going to lock things up, make their moves down the field. The team that probably, if you're going team to team, man to man, probably the least amount of mistakes for the past year and a half for Edmonton Impact. Consistently at that top level. 2 second place finishes for Impact, and they are the #1 seed overall in tournament paintball right now.
Yeah, Cortez got shot going to the snake on the break, and Jacob Edwards losing a gunfight. So 5 on 3, looking at 3 bodies left alive there for Tampa Bay Damage. Matt Derula Tim Montresor and Jason Edwards. On the flip side of things, 5 bodies across the board for Edmonton Impact. Nick Laval at the wall, Brandon Cornell in the Dorito 1. He's backed up by Randy Stanzik in the corner. Justin Cornell in the Snake 1, backed up by Justin Rabikoff.
And there goes another couple kills coming off, so Tampa Bay Damage probably going to be conceding this point. It's just Matt Darula, and he gets taken out as well. So a perfect point for Edmonton Impact to start this one out.
And if I'm not mistaken, these two teams, did they play each other in the prelims? Was that their out-of-bracket game? Was it Damage versus Impact?
Yes, and Edmonton Impact took that one. Edmonton Impact, it was a 7-4 game. So now these teams have already seen each other. First game of the tournament, so a little rematch here, see if Damage could get it back for that first game and this first point as Edmonton Impact goes up by 1.
Yeah, a lot has happened to Damage to get them fired up emotionally.
It's been quite entertaining to watch, I'm not gonna lie.
Talking the talk and walking the walk out here, but stepping out on the field right now, it's San Antonio X Factor in the all-red jerseys, taking on Moscow Red Legion in the red, white, and blue. See your My Fan Wagon predictions on the screen. X Factor, the slight favorite over Red Legion. And then Edmonton Impact, 62% to 38 for Damage. Impact taking that first point.
I don't know.
Well, so here on your screen right now, the starting 5 is Polnikov, Kirill Peridny, the leader of the team, Smotrov, Ritnikov, and it looks like Axel or Colombo. It's playing on that D side, and it's going to be
Polyakov.
Polyakov comes around, air bunkers the center 50, nobody there, but still alive. And man, I don't know how X Factor didn't pick this one up. Colt Roberts comes off. Polyakov is just smoking. Oh no, he had a hit. So Polyakov comes through, plays on with the hit, and that's going to take 2 bodies out in addition to Polyakov.
Yeah, not after he shot 3 guys though.
Yeah, so
off that Dorito side.
It's a 2-on-2.
It's a 2-on-2, and it looks like just Michael Kovar and Billy Bernaccia left alive over here, and they're kind of lined up in the same position, so not able to spread the field in that chaos. And now Billy's going to come towards the snake side, so they're still lined up. So a little bit better spread for the Russians as they have D2. And here comes Smotrov up in the center. Smotrov trying to get an angle. They're wheeling and dealing back and forth. Billy gets taken out. Now it's a 1-on-2 situation. And it's just Michael Kovar in that back corner bunker trying to save this point here for X Factor, and it's going to be tough for them because here comes the Russians. They push way past the 50. They're all the way onto X Factor's side of the field. Oh, did he get the shot on him? Michael Kovar, here comes Mike. Didn't get the shot on him and then finally gets taken out.
Yeah, and tough break for X Factor, as the penalty that was thrown on Red Legion did enough damage to X Factor, getting him at least 2 kills when he made that run through.
Yeah, one guy got shot on the break, and then he peeled off the next two, but he might have shot that first guy as well, Colt.
On the back. So here's that replay. You're going to see Polnikov run through, switches, shoots in a shoot cross, air bunker, nobody, but then he shoots Archie Montemayor out of the tower. You're going to see someone fill over from the back center and just get grilled up as the ref's running in. I think that was LJ Woodley. So unfortunate for X Factor.
Yeah, that is a tough break for X Factor, as the player that did the damage had the hit. He paid the toll for it with the major, but still, that kind of put X Factor in a bad position. They weren't spread out wide. That's why they lost that point. Impact loses 2. Justin Rabikoff, and another body coming off as well, too, with Justin Cornell. They do have Laval at the wall, and he takes out Holiday. Also gets a shot on Jarula, so it's 3-on-3.
Yeah, both teams losing their snake presence. So 3-on-3. Both teams mirrored up in the back center.
Brandon Cornell over there in that tower. Nick Laval up in the center, but he takes one heads up.
Cyclops in that center 50. Who shot Laval?
It could have been Jason or Jacob Edwards.
Yeah, but they didn't have the angle to Cyclops him from that position.
I think it's the back center. I think it's Montresor in the back center.
Yeah, it was Montresor in the back center. So Nick had wrapped around, and Tim made him pay.
Here comes Jacob jumping into Dorito 1. Jason next to him. Rainey Stanzak comes out of the back center to go help Brandon Cornell. Brandon Cornell still focused on Montressor in the back center.
Yeah, he has to, because if he lets Tim fill out to the snake side, he's going to lose him with that wall. Well, that's going to make it tight for Rainey.
Just definitely the move, though, is to get Tim out wide and try to spread this field. Jason Edwards goes to the back corner bunker on the D side of the field. His brother, Jacob, right in front of him at D1. And then Tim Montressor on your screen at that back center. So
yeah, and Tim's gun is just up in the air. He's not even trying to engage in a fight. He might still think that there's an Edmonton Impact player alive over here on the snake side. Because he could literally stand on this snake side of the field and play the whole left side of his bunker.
Or his gun might be down. That's possible too. I mean, we haven't seen him engage since we were on him.
It could. I mean, that is definitely a possibility.
Just saying it's a possibility.
For sure.
Because Tim's a pretty monster gunfighter. Tim likes to shoot his gun.
Yeah, yes, he does.
Jason Edwards, after going to the corner, is going to come back to the tower. Try and gunfight with Rainey a little bit. Brandon Cornell's on his feet, but he's still worried about Montressor.
So nice fill out for Montressor. Gets to the next stand-up can, and then he's going to continue to come across and dive into the mini wall bunker. Here comes Rainey. He tries to get back. Gets blown to bits by Montressor, and that's why you spread the field out. It forces the players to have to make a desperation move, and it's just Cornell looking at 3 damage bodies, and he can't get tight enough in there. So nice closeout here by Jacob and Jason Edwards and Tim Montressor. The Tampa Bay Damage going to tie this game up here, 1 apiece. And there's Rainey walking off. They're going to have to reset. We're now looking at the pits here. Let's listen in with Edmonton Impact.
All right, get ready, boys. Get ready. Rainey, could you see Holiday, the route he ran?
30 seconds.
You couldn't see it. You couldn't see it?
How'd he go? Round?
Straight up.
Hey, how do you shoot over that chip? It goes right in.
Yeah, it's just hard when you're there. Like, I almost need to back off, but it's way late.
20 seconds.
It has to by the time
Let's get our guys ready and then come back in, guys.
They're back on the right hand side.
10 seconds.
Get back in this next point. Red Legion up by 1 over X Factor. Just getting things rolling in the semifinals. On the breakout, split screen breakout, aggressive play up the center as they double up to center 50. Woodley up there for X Factor. If he runs around, might be able to get both of them. Polnikov's gun looking Woodley's way. He might have got both. Woodley trying to push it, and the ref looks like he wanted to give Woodley a penalty, but then kind of nodded his head like, nah, you got both of them. Beautiful move there by Woodley as the ref decided not to pull that penalty. That could have gone either way.
I mean, I haven't seen a whole lot of times where the referees have actually ran in there and made a call this weekend. You know, they're basically just letting you trade out at the wall and do whatever you want. As long as it's not completely and utterly blatant. If 2 guys go and trade, they let them trade, pull them both out.
Well,
that's why you have to understand to play that.
I was going to say, if you're Woodley, that's good for him to know that that's how it's been playing.
If you're Woodley and you come around to do your job and get the 1 guy out and there's 2 guys there, you definitely shoot both of them, right?
Yeah.
You come around
absolutely.
and see 2 guys? Oh, yeah. 2. Bonus.
Yeah, absolutely. And Woodley, you can see he raised his gun up on the second guy like, oh, my God, I'm going to get 2 of these guys? I hope I don't get a penalty right now because the first guy definitely shot me.
Oh, yeah. And look at this. Billy Bernacci taking the walk to even it up, 3 apiece. Billy losing a gunfight over here to Smotroff, heads up.
Untimely death for Billy Bernacci. That's going to allow Smotroff to have some breathing room in his bunker there on your screen. You see Smotroff in the white-wearing goggles. One of the young rising stars for the Russians.
Yeah, he's got just Grayson Goff preventing him from making a move. That's going to allow Alexander Brindnikov to run up to the wall. He's going to play towards that Dorito side, and timing might be perfect for him as Colt Roberts decides to make a move, and it is. As Colt gets picked off going to that Dorito too, so nice move and timing by Alexander Brindnikov as it's now a 3-on-2.
Yeah, so Colt coming off the D side, and with Brindnikov in position in the center and trying to shut down that D side of the field, it's going to be tough for Archie to try to contend to get across. He's going to try to do it anyway. He gets into D1. Brindnikov loaded his gun and did not have his gun up at the moment that Archie went. So some good timing by Archie. Archie now in D1. There goes Smotroff, makes his move to the snake. Grayson Goff not going to know that he's there. Now he comes all the way up, tries to get the crossfield kill. Grayson Goff comes out wide to the back bunker on the snake side. Smotroff moves to the mini wall. Another move being made on the Dorito side of the field. Smotroff almost got shot by Grayson. Grayson puts him in to improve his position.
Oh, he looks like he skimmed one right off the top of his head there.
And he did. Nice shot by Grayson Goff. And then here comes the hammer trying to be dropped by Archie Montemayor. And he takes out Alexander Brindnikov, but Grayson Goff gets taken off. off the field as well, and there's still one player left alive for the Russians over on that Dorito side of the field.
I think that's Karsliev.
Yeah.
And that's the 2 points that Karsliev has finished out games for the Red Legion right there.
Well, we're talking about Smotrov and Polnikov, and but Karsliev, now that's 2 points here. We're in the semifinals.
Yeah.
Trying to make a name for yourself.
And
that's 2 clutch plays for him in a row.
And we've seen Axel get the majority of the spins over there in the match before. Now Axel's out, Karslev's in, still getting the same production.
So let's get a look at this Woodley hit. He comes around here. They trade out. Woodley then gets a couple more shots, and that very well could have been a penalty on Woodley. Well, we'll look at it from the other angle. So Woodley
he's hit
comes
right there.
through.
As soon as he came around, he was hit.
Yeah, so Woodley got away with one right here as he takes out Polnikov, and then also gets a shot on, I think that was Kirill.
If the refs are going to let you hold the defensive lineman at the line and not throw the flag, you got to hold them all day long.
If the umpire's calling outside strikes that are balls, why not keep throwing in that zone?
You know, you got to play the field.
So off the break, looks like all 5 bodies alive. Both teams up there at the wall. Dan Holiday has Nick Laval opposite him. Is he going to launch? He does, and takes out Nick Laval, then gets eaten up. So 4-on-4, Randy Stanzik making the bump out from the back center. Ref checking him out from the sidelines. Justin Cornell over here in the tall cake on the snake. He's going to make his move up into the mini wall on the snake side. He's got Matt Derula in his mirror. Matt Derula going to get set up, snap out on Justin. Oh, he gets him in the tank. Nice shot by Matt Derula to take out Justin Cornell.
Yeah, by Matt Derula, that was one of those nasty whips.
So Matt Derula uncontested over here. Now on the snake side, he's trying to pinch out Justin Rabakoff, trying to keep Derula honest over here. Derula looks crossfield, calls the kill, and now pops over the top. And you're looking at also on the D side, you can see both teams have a player in D1.
Yeah, Justin Rabakoff fills out to the snake corner.
So we'll see if Derula can pick up Justin Rabakoff, who made the fill out. Montresor right behind Derula. Good crossfield spread for damage right now. This game is tied, 10 minutes, 38 seconds to go. A 1-body advantage for Tampa Bay Damage.
Matt Derula in a crossfield battle with Brandon Cornell. Both players going back and forth from playing the tape and shooting cross. Winnie Stanzik.
Well, the 3 players that are left alive for damage are doing a good job of putting a lot of pressure. I'm sorry, the 3 players left alive for impact are doing a lot. They're putting a lot of pressure on the 4 players for damage, which is why we haven't seen any moves from Tampa Bay Damage.
Well, it's almost the same thing we saw with Heat, right? Impact would be down bodies on Heat and held them off and then whittled down Heat.
Hey, pressure, control, and good gunfights, that's Impact's bread and butter right there.
You're right. There's a move now being made into the Dorito 2 for Tampa Bay Damage. You can see Justin Rabakoff there on your screen. He has to contend with that move. And that should free up Matt Derula. He's getting checked here by a referee. He's good. To try and make a move into the snake, Justin Rabakoff makes a move up to the tall cake. That's going to put him in line with Matt Derula down the tape. But should Jacob Edwards make a move into the 50, it's going to make it, oh no, now that Justin Rabakoff has crawled into the snake. He's put himself in a safer position. Oh, does he get a shot on Jacob? He does not, as Jacob makes a move into the 50 Dorito.
Yeah, that was a nice move by Jacob, but another nice move over here by Justin Rabakoff. Oh, he's trying to get the bounce shot on him. I think Justin Rabakoff might have just got shot on the bounce shot off the little cake there attached to Snake 1.
Yeah, the bounce shots are definitely coming in. And we've talked about this before. This is where Justin Rabakoff has been clutch for Impact in getting into this position and getting 1-2 kills, evening things up and helping Impact pull the point out.
It's really tough for Justin right now because if that bounce shot does come in on him, he's as low as possible as he can get in there, but he can't hide from that. If one of those balls does whip and come get him, but he's doing what he needs to do. He's as low as possible, chest to the ground, now pops up and he's like, I can't keep letting this guy get this bounce shot on me. I got to try to establish this lane.
No, you're right. And the one thing that does have to happen right now is Tim Montresor and Matt Derula have to work together to get down this field because it's a 2-on-1 on this side. And if one of them can trade out or take out Justin Rabikoff, it's going to blow this whole snake side open. If Matt Tarula can make a move into the 50, all he has to do is put in Rainey Stanzak. Ref going back in there to check out. Oh, look at this. Jacob Edwards takes out Rainey Stanzak and is in the same bunker.
Yeah, but
a penalty
Justin's
going to be
still
thrown.
alive, and there's a penalty on impact, and Justin's getting rechecked out, and then Justin gets stitched, and that's going to be a good point there, and the point blown open by Jason Edwards. Did Jason get smoked by his own guy?
Well, I think
Sorry, Jacob.
No, he's good. He's alive.
I think that Rabikoff may have been already dead when they threw that penalty.
I think you might be right.
They might have to start down with 4 for the next point, but we shall see.
Well, that's how important Jacob Edwards is to the attack for Tampa Bay Damage. The D side, that's his, man. He's been playing that side for years now since he came up. I mean, he was a star when he was still a teenager, and
1 minute.
now full grown here. And he had to, you know, he got suspended in that first game for threat of physical violence.
The last game of the day.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, the altercation happened in the last game of the prelims. He was suspended for the first game today in the quarterfinals, and now back out there and making his presence known for Tampa Bay Damage. And like I'm saying, that's why you need Jacob Edwards on the field now.
Imposing physical violence.
Yes.
30 seconds.
Now we're in the pits with Impact.
Okay, guys. They're going to be in the Godzilla. We know that, right?
20
To
seconds.
trade on the Godzilla, we go to their America.
Okay, go to Mexico.
Okay, let's
Might
go
as
to
well take a
Mexico.
risk,
Let's go
yeah.
to Mexico. Nick's going to Mexico. Bacon, you're the one on the snake side. Rainey, you're
Nick's
coming,
taking
Seconds.
you're coming to
vacation
the
in Mexico.
Dorito.
Going to skip out on London next weekend. As we watch the third point between Red Legion and X Factor. Red Legion on your right, in the red, white, and blue. X Factor in all red.
In utter control for X Factor still. Both teams drop a body. Sorry, utter control for Red Legion through 2 points. And now 2 bodies have dropped as X Factor just can't find their form yet. Haven't been able to get really anything rolling against Red Legion. Red Legion doing a really good job of shooting bodies off their break and shooting those secondary moves as well. Now making moves on the D side of the field. They have Axel Godin. He's in D2. Woodley is solely focused on trying to keep him honest in his bunker. Looks like Bernaccia able to make it to Snake 1. Colt Roberts is in the backfield on the D side. He's in the back bunker. And then here comes a move by Malloy. Alexander Burtnikoff able to get into the small Dorito. Here on the Snake side of the field, Smotroff behind him, trying to get a shot on Dilly. Woodley still worried about Axel. And I was just going to say, until Colt gets into D1, Axel's going to be able to have that side and do what he wants and move up, and he does, and stitches up Woodley. A beautiful move by Axel Godin. I don't know how Woodley let Axel get the drop on him. He was looking that way. Colt Roberts, the last player left alive because Billy Bernaccia got shot, and X Factor is just having a tough go of it here in this one.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, Nick.
Oh, shucks. So let's listen in here to the Impact, or excuse me, the San Antonio X Factor pits.
There's still a lot of game left, though. But yeah, let's listen to what X Factor has to say about this 3-point deficit.
He just rapped and started going and shot me. The Dorito too.
30 seconds.
Shot me and then shot you.
Come on, guys.
Let's go, boys. Deep breath. Oh, did you switch that thing? No, he was looking that way.
Well, this keeps happening to X Factor. X Factor has made it to the semifinals in every tournament this year and taken 4th place at the first 2 events. Now Laval is going to go to the mini wall, and he's going to try to get a shot on Holiday. Holiday doesn't know that he's there. So but Laval is, the referee already has a penalty flag in his hand, and he's going to throw it on the ball. 2 players have come off now for Impact. Damage losing bodies. Holiday past the 50. There goes another minor penalty. Now here come the red flags. Complete chaos in that field. And we're trying to figure out what's going on. Damage still has players left alive all over the place. And it's going to be another point here for Tampa Bay Damage. They're going to go up 3-1 on Edmonton Impact. And man, that is the most penalty flags that we've seen thrown in a point here so far in this tournament.
How do you go up and check a guy and then walk away from him and him not know that he's eliminated?
Oh, I've had that happen to me before.
You know, like, seriously. We talked about this
Carbon
5
replay on the
seconds
break.
into Friday's competition.
Well, look at Nick Laval's loader. Yeah, we've got a tough glare on our screen. It's hard for us to see.
Yeah, it's tough for us to see, but it looks like he did get hit there.
I'm not seeing it.
I mean,
let's
the
see if we can run
referee-
it back. We run it back. I mean, the referee ran in there with the penalty flag in his hand. You rarely see that. It's right there. You can see there's the spray, and he gets in there. It's tough to see. We do have a glare on our screen, but again, the referee runs in. He had that angle. I mean, when was the last time you saw a referee?
So look at this. He runs in, he checks Nick, doesn't say anything to him, and turns around. Nick has no idea he's even been hit.
That was
Or
what I
called
just
out.
said.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
no, but I didn't see.
Yeah, and so
I got a
so the
camera in my
extra
way.
penalty then comes on when
Because Nick stayed in.
Nick shoots Holiday.
stays in, and it goes.
And then he shot Holiday.
Todd, so it goes back. It goes back to what you were saying in the outset of the broadcast on Friday. In Europe, when the referees make a call, they scream out, and here we don't have that, and that I think is definitely an issue.
I've seen, sorry, finish.
Well, no, I mean that's pretty much it.
I've seen several penalties this weekend for that exact same thing. You know, a guy gets shot, maybe it's in the loader or the pack, he doesn't know, he keeps playing, yet there's a referee 2 feet from him that does not call him out, that doesn't yell, signal to him so that it is obvious that he is out.
And there's no way that if that referee had come in with the penalty flag in his hand, about to call a penalty and deserve it on the ball, and yells, you know, hit as he throws the penalty, there's no way Nick is going to continue to play if he's getting hit, screamed in his ear from a foot away.
Yeah.
But
They're saying the hopper.
let's listen here.
That was after. That was after they already told me to get
That's
out.
the easy one to review.
Yeah,
then.
hey, if it's the hopper, review it because that got hit at the end.
No,
If that's
it
what he's-
actually didn't.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't think so,
thank you.
Dave.
It didn't, but
Hey, we might need a time.
the whole point is that in that situation, there's a referee that actually
30
runs in,
seconds.
checks him, and
here we go. Let's
apparently
watch it
never
again from
told
this
him
angle.
he was out.
So maybe the hopper is it? Let's check his shoulder. Again, it's kind of tough for us to tell definitively. But it looks like might have got that hit on the shoulder.
Right there. Look at the right.
Yeah,
See the spray?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. See the hit on the shoulder?
Well,
Yeah.
it's hard to tell if that's even his shoulder. That could be the front of his gun,
Yeah,
for all we know.
it's really hard to tell.
You
But
can't. It's the referee's job to call you out. Or the referee's probably going to say it's your job to call yourself out, but the referees are there to call you out. He clearly didn't say anything that made Nick think that he should have been out. Anyway, we're back here to the X Factor Russians game. It's 3-0 in favor of the Red Legion, but they're losing 2 bodies right now. Both come walking off, and Woodley is going up the middle. X Factor still 5 strong.
And X Factor gets Woodley to that center 50. Billy Bernaccia alive and gunfighting, trying to move up on the snake. And Billy's been coming to this offset Dorito over here on the snake side.
Yeah, I talked to him. He said he never played that spot once in practice. And now all of a sudden it's working for him. So, but he uses that to get up and over into the snake one. He's backed up by Michael Kovar. Now Billy Bernaccia in the mini wall on the snake side.
Svotrov and Polnikov coming off. The 2 young killers dead. And now call that 3 kills here as Krill Britney's going to take the walk too. The ref's going to get in there and check out Billy Bernaccia as LJ Woodley tries to get past the 50-yard line. We're going to see a penalty here on Billy. That's going to take out Michael.
So now it's a 2-on-2.
Woodley threw his body away, trying to play hyper-aggressive in the center, and all of a sudden, now you got a problem here for X
What you got,
Factor.
Todd?
We just had the same thing happen again. I saw that hit on Billy's pack when he was still in the snake one. How come nobody else saw that? And then they go find it later, pull him out, and he gets a penalty?
Well, we are 15 feet up off the ground, and
hear
you're
ya.
looking directly down on
I
it.
hear you, but it's the same situation.
So 2-on-2, Alexander Britnikov, and it could be, I'm not sure if that's Kirill. No, that's Karslov, I think. Taking on Colt Roberts and Archie Montemayor. A little bit better field position is now Axel. Alexander Britnikov is going to get into the snake and shoot crossfield, try and get that shot on Archie.
Yeah, X Factor's in trouble now. They only got Archie and Colt over there, and Archie tries to make a desperation run and gets torn up. That's going to be just Colt now looking at Bierdnikov over here on the snake side. And Karslev again over there in that Dorito corner. Haven't even seen Axel yet this match.
Well,
And the
We did.
Hey,
what's
it looks like Alexander Britnikov with a rare show of emotion right there, pumped up at the end of that point that his team finally put a point on the board here. I'm sorry, the team put another point on the board.
30 seconds.
Yeah, so we're just getting some information from down in the booth that the call is going to stand on the ball. Again, we have instant replay now here in paintball, and so they checked out the replay and did the review, and looks like he was hit in the shoulder and in the loader.
Take it. Shoot.
So they should be starting what, with 3? I think.
This is a 3 second.
Maybe 4. We'll still find out when they take the field.
Why don't we just go blue and ram jam?
Yeah, there were so many penalty flags thrown that.
All of them.
Yeah, I think everybody
It's the
threw
most
their penalty
fireworks we've
flags.
seen
Take
all
too long, though,
all
right?
weekend.
What do you want us to do? Sorry.
Shoot a guy's not.
Todd Martinez, always a fan of those. But yeah, no, I agree completely. I've had a few times where Vegas playing the wall and the ref is calling you out from behind you 50 feet away.
So we're walking out right there with Impact, but here's check out. This is some footage of them on the review. So there's CJ Traub, and here comes Dave Baines talking to Jay Troz. And Dave looks like he was actually getting a look at the replay potentially too. Jason Trojan was like, and CJ both saying, hey, no, for sure, he was hit. Dave over there looking at it, getting a glimpse
10
at it.
seconds.
And then there is Justin Rabikoff. Now that's Justin Rabikoff right there. So that was not Nick Laval, who was the culprit. So it looks like they're going to start with 3 bodies. So only 3 bodies here for Impact, and this is not going to help them try to come back against Damage. Damage does lose a body, and we had a towel, which...
I think they conceded the point.
Point approved.
Impact conceded the point?
Yeah.
They
yeah,
shot a body
'cause
off
they
the
started.
break.
They started with 3,
started
but
with
they
3
did lose
bodies.
Brandon Cornell, so it was 4-on-2. Right,
All right,
right away.
Mouse, let's get going. Let's start
So
it.
now back to business.
Another point for Damage.
Hey, the 4's on the cross. You go short.
Well,
So a body had got shot from Impact, because Impact shot a body too.
Brandon Cornell did.
Okay.
Okay, so listen.
So they didn't want to play that 4-on-2. They just want to get back to 5-on-5.
They're in
The
that
problem
little
now is you're
pocket.
spotting Damage another
all they're
points,
doing.
4-1 lead. Let's listen in real quick.
30 seconds.
Why don't we do this? Why don't you shoot it, right? And let's start ram jamming the blue.
Okay.
You all right? Let's start ram jamming. He's gonna be in the Godzilla. Brandon.
20 seconds.
And then come back in the second.
So listening in
Okay, so go out
to
to
the
the 4,
pits.
shoot up, and then shoot.
of Edmonton Impact as X Factor and Red Legion take the field. X Factor still has yet to score a point here. It's been all Red Legion. The score 4-0. 8 minutes and 46 seconds left to go in regulation. You're watching Red Legion there on your screen on the right, X Factor in the red on your left. Billy Renat digging out to the snake.
A lot of time left though, Nick. 8:42 on the clock. But X Factor has just been having a real hard go of it out here so far in this semifinal matchup. I really love the control I'm seeing from Red Legion. Regardless of who they have out there, they're making the right play calls. Guys are making their moves, shooting bodies off the break. Don't see any bodies coming off early for X Factor, so it's 5-on-5.
Yeah, and Red Legion taking both corners on the break, giving X Factor opportunities to shoot some people. It's not happening. It's one thing X Factor's going to need to do if they want to get back in this game. LJ Woodley at the wall. As Grayson Goff goes out to the snake corner, calling out that move into the snake. Samotrov in the snake one for Red Legion. He's backed up by Alexander Berdnikov. Axel Godin in the Dorito corner. Sergey in the Dorito tower, and Colombo in the back center. Your 5 bodies as Alexander Berdnikov digs out to the snake corner for Red Legion. 7 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in regulation.
yeah, I mean, decent amount of time, but 4-point spread here.
Yeah, and
X Factor just got to be smart.
well, and the Russians just need to try to take as much time off the clock as they possibly can. X Factor going to be forced to run into the breach here.
Well, X Factor's going to get, work their way into position, but got to be smart on the execution.
They still have time. I mean, it's not quite completely in the moment where they need to recklessly run forward, but down 4, 7 minutes left to go. I mean, you can still run a standard game plan and play normal at that particular point in the game. But it's still an issue. I mean, 4 points, that's a lot of points to score.
This is going to help right now. Berdnikov just got a minor penalty. I think he got shot when he filled out to that corner. Woodley was looking that way.
Yeah, the door opens slightly here for X Factor. They're calling kills cross field. Grayson and Billy are in good position here on the snake side. Woodley in the center. Archie Montemayor on that D side, and he's going to move up into D2.
I don't think Billy knows the kill count because he's still playing heads up in the snake down the wire. If he knew that he had known in front of him, he would go all the way down.
Yeah, there's Smotroff still. He's got to worry about Smotroff, who's in snake 1.
There goes Axel, and here comes Archie. He's going to blow the wire. Get one kill in the back. It's just Smotrov.
Yeah,
Let's
hey.
see if Archie decides to tee off on him.
He does.
Let's get some confirmed kills here. Archie wouldn't pass that one up.
No.
You know, he's not going to pass a free confirmed kill over here.
Hey, Archie's one of our kill count leaders. Not a chance.
Yeah.
He's not going to miss an opportunity to dunk on somebody.
Yeah, Archie was the kill count leader one year, and sorry, the top gun.
Yeah, he was the top gun back when we still had the Top Gun award.
Yeah.
How many kills did he have? Like 254, something ridiculous. You made the shirt for him with the hash marks.
With every a hash mark for every kill he got that season.
I love that shirt. How many was it? You remember?
I can't remember.
It was like
off the top of my head.
154 or 254.
Him and J-Rap were pretty close. I
It was
think
something
J-Rap had like
ridiculous.
160 or something like that, and he had like 150 something, 140 something. It was a lot. That was fun. But you don't be the top gun by letting people off the hook like laying in the snake with their back to you. He was like, let me back this buzzer up real quick.
He came in, he wanted to hit the buzzer, and he looked over, saw him, and he's like, no, I'm going to get this free kill right here.
And hold up.
And he let him have it, too.
So 7 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in regulation here. One body dropping off the break. Jacob Edwards getting shot for damage. Dan Holiday, though, at the wall. Alex Goldman taking the snake one on the break. Ooh, look at this.
So,
Matt Derulo gets shot. So now 2 bodies down for damage. 5 on 3 in favor.
And there goes another one out of the back center.
Yeah, this is Impact's opportunity. Laval getting up there to share this bunker with Holiday. Holiday comes over the top. He's going to come through, stitch up Laval, but he trades his body out in a low body situation here, and that's pretty much it's not Holiday's fault. I mean, everyone died around Holiday.
Yeah.
It's definitely not Holiday's fault. The damage lost that point. Too many bodies dropping early here for Tampa Bay damage, and now we have a 2-point game with 6 minutes and 23 seconds left. That completely changes things.
Well, so we had a 2-1 game, and then on the 2-1 points, when Laval got the penalty, that made it 3-1, and then they played the 5-on-3, 4-1. So 2 quick points off that one penalty that damage basically got.
And Impact's
because of that situation.
Impact keeping it close now, though.
Right? Impact comes back, puts a point on the board, keeps it close.
30 seconds.
Let's see how damage does now playing with the lead on Impact.
I need Jake, Jason,
20
Matt, Montressor, and
seconds.
Silos. Jason, Jake, Matt, Montressor, and Silos.
So that's the line coming out next.
Hey, we're having success.
10 seconds.
Jacob, Silos, and there's Tim Montressor. And now getting back into this next point here, 3-point lead for Red Legion up over X Factor. 6 minutes and 6 seconds left to go. Doubling up the center, the Russians gun each way. Nobody's dropped for X Factor, nobody's dropped for the Russians, but a ref is running in to check out the back center for X Factor. And it looks like he's clean, so clean break for both teams, but much better field position here for Moscow Red Legion. They still let Archie into Snake 1, or into D1, and then Colt gets right behind him. Looking at the Snake side for the Russians in that backfield. Not taking, they definitely got out wide. Smotrov wants to make a move, comes over, head checks, establishes the lane.
Yeah.
Worried about Michael Kovar. Oh, sorry, no, Grayson Goff. Grayson Goff, he switches off and looks towards the inside, towards the D side as well. Billy Bernacci just kind of hiding right now in the bunker. He's been playing most of these points, the mini Dorito.
Yeah, he needs Grayson Goff to put in Brennikov. It's not.
And here comes the double dose up the center, and nice move by Colt Roberts. I think Colt Roberts just took out. Oh, if there's a hit on the back of Polnikov's going to get a penalty right now. Not sure if Colt was able to put a ball on him.
Oh,
No, that's
like
Krill.
didn't get him.
Nah, I think that's Krill Pridney.
Polnikov.
No, that is Polnikov. Yeah,
And
Polnikov up
takes
there.
out Monomir.
So still 3 bodies alive for X Factor.
That was a good move by
Smotrov.
good move by Colt, but it's not good for X Factor that they lost Archie on that one too. Billy finally poor Billy Bernaccia. Billy was hiding in that spot, getting pinched out, and the first time he decides to engage, he gets just his head peeled off by Smotrov, who had made his move up into the mini wall bunker here, Snake side.
Yeah, and things not looking good right now for X Factor. Coming up on 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in regulation. Woodley and Goff going to have to get something going here. And you can see Brindikoff, he just said slow it down. And Ryan Brand going to go ahead and concede the point to put Russian Legion up 5-1 against San Antonio X Factor.
Here we are in the pits with X Factor. See on the replay, let's look at this run through for Colt Roberts. So Colt comes from the stand up, cuts through the lane,
30 seconds.
gets one, tries to get the second one, but he was blocked
set
out.
a screen on him.
Yeah, he definitely set the screen on him. So is that Kirill up there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so
Kirill was the one
Kirill-
that got shot.
Well, he definitely took a bounce there.
Well, Kirill sat there though and took a bunch for Palnikov, so he was alive.
Yeah.
Didn't even flinch.
We heard Dallas. I heard you say Dallas.
Still, I like that move from Roberts, but they lost Montemayor over there, and still just kind of not really getting much and no offense going. They're losing too many bodies. Not looking good for X Factor.
Here on the breakout, ref running in to check out Rainey Stanzak of Impact. He looks to be clean. So 5-on-5, no bodies dropping. 6 minutes coming up in relegation here. Damage with a 2-point lead, 4-2. Looking at Impact on your screen. Alex Goldman in the mini Dorito. Brandon Cornell, Dorito Tower. Rainey Stanzak filling up to the Dorito corner. And the back center's doubled up.
Oh, it looks like Silos just shot Mouse in the head. And Mouse is going to walk off. Nice shot there.
There goes another body as Rainey gets shot in the face too. Looks like Cornell's still alive. Brandon Cornell in D1, but lost a couple of his teammates. And Nick Laval was stuck in that back center, but he comes over to the back bunker on the D side of the field. Silos, you're looking at, there's the lineup right now for X Factor over there. Or sorry, for Impact with Justin Rabikoff. Impact down by 2 and down 2 bodies. 5 minutes and 16 seconds left to go. Damage is trying to control those lanes right now. They know that Impact has to push forward. Impact is looking for, trying to find a way to get out. And here comes J-Rab from the back center. And he's able to get out wide. And no, he actually gets clipped. And immediately, as soon as he got clipped, and it was a 5-on-2, Damage gets another point as Impact concedes, and Damage now is 5-2. It's a 3-point spread. There's still a little bit of time left, but it's not looking good for Impact either. No hits with that with Impact.
You can never get too comfortable, you know. Impact, all it takes is, you know, a minute and 45 seconds worth of quick points and you're done. You know, you always got to keep the foot on the gas, stay focused,
20 seconds.
continue to do what's working for you if you're Damage. And if you're Impact, just continue to grind, continue to fight. We're good. I think we're gonna.
I know, it wasn't the back center that shot me, Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, with what we've seen at Impact, I mean, there's still a fight left in Impact.
Yeah.
There's no way they're just going to roll over and let Damage walk into the finals.
I think this one's gonna have an exciting finish. All right, Woodley
LJ
back
Woodley
up to
taking
the wall.
a bounce.
Woodley is definitely dominating the action up in that center, but the problem is Red Legion, or at least in this point, but Red Legion's across the board, D side, center, off the break shots. I mean, they're, you know, Archie, that's 2 points in a row now. Coming off early, yeah. They're shutting down the guys they need to shut down. They're doing battle in the center. Oh, look at this though, body drops for the Russians. Colt Roberts in D1, LJ Woodley, 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go and a 4-point spread.
Cole Roberts just got shot in the loader. He's going to get a penalty. As soon as someone sees it, there goes the
And
ref.
there goes the ref, and we're going to see a penalty.
Wow.
Nope.
Well, Colt got away with one there. So,
Billy Bernaccia and Dixon or Michael. So X Factor trying to improve their position. Michael Kovar right behind Billy Bernaccia. Woodley up in the center. They don't have a lot of time to work with. They have to score 4 points.
no, they got to go now.
Yeah, this is it, man. This is the time you got to ride on that aggressive edge. You don't have a choice. Colt Roberts knows it, and he gets into D2. Michael goes back to the back corner bunker here, try to get what he feels is a better angle on Smotroff. Smotroff just dug in. And here comes Billy to the 50-yard line, snake side. Billy gonna try to get a shot on Sergey cross field. Ref's gonna come in and check out Billy. Kovar ripping his gun over Billy's head. trying to keep Smotroff from coming out. Smotroff, though, is just trying to shoot crossfield. He doesn't even look down this tape, and he's going to get shot out. And there goes Britnikov as well.
So just 2 bodies left alive. Axel got in, and Sergey. Axel gets taken out, trades out with Cole Roberts. So just Sergey in the Dorito corner for the Red Legion, doing a good job taking off the time.
And all Sergey's doing is just, yeah, exactly. Roll the gun, take the time off. Probably going to lose the point, unless he can pull off something crazy here. But every second that comes off that clock is a friend of Russian Legion.
Woodley's just got to go. They need to know that he's the last one left. He's running out wide of the tape. If he runs, and now Sergey gets clipped in the goggles. So great job by Sergey to just, whittle off at least 30 seconds. 3-on-1. Not a heads-up play by X Factor in that situation. But bringing it within 3 with about 1 minute and 54 left to go.
They have to go to hyper-aggressive game plans now.
Todd, give me a hyper-aggressive game plan.
Oh, do you remember what we did at the end of the game yesterday?
Yes, I do.
5-2, 150.
We had all sorts of looping, swooping.
Todd, for the people out there
going.
that maybe coach teams or the leaders on other teams out there listening in, is the quick play, which happens very often out here when you're down a couple and you don't have a lot of time. It's almost not every single game, but almost every single game.
Yeah.
So is that something you draw up in practice? Is it something you audible on the fly? Is it kind of both?
I usually audible it on the fly, based on number one, what they might think the traditional fast play might be. Like, obviously, if it's let's run
in practice.
Somebody really far on the Dorito side,
Yeah.
somebody really far on the Snake side. It's really more about timing and delays and, you know, running routes you haven't run before, giving yourself an opportunity to shoot people that are expecting your players to be in different positions, and then
major penalty
everybody
on
being able
damage.
to read.
They lose one on the break.
And major penalty on Jacob Edwards. So with the 3-point spread and 4 minutes and 35 seconds left to go, another body, Silas Cortez, runs to his death. Tim Montresor comes off, and it's not looking good for Damage here. It's going to be a quick one for Impact. And we talked about the importance of Tampa Bay Damage playing clean. And again, penalties are hurting them. It's now a 2-point match. So, you know, Impact slowly but surely getting themselves back in this game.
Yeah, interesting call, that being a major, because I don't think he shot anybody. He went to the Dorito, or he went to the tower on the Dorito side.
Yeah, when that call was made, I was looking at the opposite side of the field, so I didn't get to see the hit.
The only person that had died was Alex Goldman going to the Snake corner, so if anything, I would have thought that would have been a minor.
Nice and controlled.
Well, we're in the pits right now. Let's listen in. Kind of important moment right now for Tampa Bay Damage.
Come on, guys. Let's go. Tighten that shit up.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly what Drula just said.
Push me out of my bunker. Get shot. As soon as I get shot, you got to It's all right, bud. It's fucking ridiculous. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. No big deal. Yeah. Still up 2 points. No big.
1 minute.
Hey, let's think positive about the next point. No big. Hey, guys, we shot the snake off the break that one, all right? Shot the snake and bounced it. He lined up like he was going to snake. Let's go, Damage. Come on. Hey, you got still killed him.
What do we want to do right now?
Hey.
Hey, just do it, hope we execute?
Yes. Because we're shooting him.
Hey, yeah, we came off the break.
What? No, we're executing exactly what we're doing.
We killed one on the go. It should have been good.
Be there and shoot.
We're 54 on the break.
Yeah. They went in, they went in, checked out.
30 seconds.
Move on to the thing. Doesn't matter. Next point. Come on. Let's go, boys. Move forward. Take a step for your horse. Let's go, Dan.
20 seconds.
Hey, hard game. We beat them. Hard game.
So listening in to Damage, trying to lock it up and focus.
10 seconds.
With that lead over Impact, 5-3, but we're on the field right now with Red Legion, who's taking on X Factor. X Factor, minute 53 to score 3 points and tie it. But the way Red Legion is playing right now has been great. Not giving X Factor anything. All bodies making it on the break. Big moves, though, all around, especially for X Factor. Both teams up at the wall, and in Dorito 1 and Dorito 2 already. Still no one dropping. Archie Montemayor, though, the first to drop for X Factor.
Yeah,
Grayson Goff's up at the center.
And Grayson looks like he's going to come around on the D side of the field to try to take out Polnikov. Danny launches, stitches up Polnikov, and stays alive. Beautiful move by Grayson Goff. X Factor trying to stay in this match. Only 1 minute and 19 seconds left to go here. They're still down by 3, but the body's peeling off.
Oh, looks like they shot Polyakov, or I'm sorry, Smotrov as well.
So just one body left alive for the Red Legion on that Dorito side.
Yeah, but it's a 2-on-1 here, and Kovar's got to be careful. Kovar almost ran to his death.
It's a 3-on-1.
Yeah, he stops. Okay, Billy's still
just
alive.
Take care of it right now.
Yeah, they should be able to finish this one off. Again, time is the issue here. And they take him out, and now Kovar's going to sprint in, preserve every second on that clock.
Robert's doing him no favor.
Yeah, right.
Get out of the way,
Zone teammate standing in the way. He's got to run around him.
Hey, 2-point game, under a minute left. Talk about those hyper-aggressive game plans. It's coming right now.
Can't wait.
So what do you think are the Todd, you were talking about, okay, I'm going to audible my play. I'm audibling my play specifically to run it in an alternative route. The guys aren't necessarily thinking that's the route I'm going to run. What's that route?
So I thought the best thing, I remember kind of what we did. The first one was straight to the Dorito side of the wall, but out and up in case they try and run wide, right? So you can take away that corner guy. But if you get out wide quick enough, you can also shoot the guys going into the big Dorito or the tower. So that was the first one, was out there. We never really ran to this corner because it was a wide open shot.
Corner on
snake side. So we went super deep along the back line. So if they shot for it, the guy would be way deep and he'd still be able to shoot balls back into the guys going out and up on the snake side. And then it was a delay through the middle, shooting snake side.
So 4:17 to go and only a 2-point spread as Impact attempting a comeback against a resurgent Tampa Bay Damage. And it looks like a good break for Damage as they keep 5 alive. And the first body to drop is Brandon Cornell. He comes off on that D side. Brandon getting a ton of spins. I talked to Brandon. He said, he had a terrible practice leading up to the event, but the last day of practice, he was stunting, and that got him the start. And or didn't give him a start, but he started to get reps, and they've been running him pretty much the whole time. But he walks off early now. And it looks like also walking off is going to be Justin Rabikoff. It's not looking good for Impact right now. The ball coming off too.
Player left alive.
There's still 3:42 to go, but I don't know, man. Now a 3-point spread. I think Impact's going to have one more opportunity. If they can win this next point and win it quick, they're still in this match. If they lose this next point, that's it. It's curtains for their chances here at this event.
Yeah, and there's
Underdogs. Fan predictions coming through, man.
30 seconds.
A lot of talk going on the field right now too. Damage is hot.
They just don't know when to shut up. But they're talking the talk and walking the walk, playing good paintball.
Hey, Damage is not going to shut up. They're not going to shut up from now on. And to be honest, that's what they need to do. I know some people aren't going to like it, and they're not going to make many friends doing it, but
that's the name of the game.
Well, if for some, everyone's different, man. The vibe on teams is different, and Damage has to play that kind of aggressive, in-your-face, talking smack paintball. And then here comes X Factor run 2 to the center off the break, and they do lose a body on that D side. Still 4 players left alive for them. Now past the 50-yard line here in the center for San Antonio X Factor.
Grayson Goff gets one.
The Russians starting to get peeled off, man. They are not able to hold down the attack from X Factor. X Factor trying to make this a 1-point game here, but they only have 27 seconds left, so I don't know if they have enough time. Kovar runs to his death, and as Goff tries to get past the 50-yard line, he gets shot too. But I think there might be all the bodies dead. Nope, there still is 1 player left alive. You just need 1 alive, and it is Colombo.
And that's been the story for Red Legion. It was Karslov the first 2 points, being the lone soldier left alive for Red Legion.
And that is going to do it. So Colombo, one of the veterans that helped keep Red Legion relevant, and he is the lone body alive to save that point for Legion, punch their ticket to head to the finals. Hey, just call me Mystic Marshall, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, am I ever going to win the lottery?
Absolutely, Todd.
I knew he was good.
Hold on.
I knew it.
Do you play the lottery?
Huh?
Do you play the lottery?
I don't know. When it's like $450 million.
Me too.
Yeah, my state's so.
I mean, I'm not going to waste my money on a $50 million pot,
So that will do it for one match. Russian Legion, Red Legion taking the victory over X Factor. 5-3. But the action is not done here as we have Tampa Bay Damage taking on Edmonton Impact. A little bit more time left in this game. The score is 6-3 in favor of Damage.
How big if we get a Damage Red Legion final?
I think we are.
I think you're right. And I mean, it's been a while since we've seen Tampa Bay Damage in the finals.
I think it was California a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken, against our Chaos.
That was more than 2 years ago.
Well, a few years ago.
Yeah, for sure. So 3:40 to go. So there's time. I mean, Impact can definitely score 3 points in 3 minutes and 36 seconds,
Yeah,
but
some
not when they
sloppy
lose.
deaths.
Nah, not when
No.
they lose 2 bodies here off the break, and those 2 kills might have just sealed it up here for Damage.
I want to say that they did. Brandon Cornell getting sloppy, trying to play back off the tower, gets picked off, and then Rainey Stanzik.
Are you gonna say it? That they did?
What?
Did
What'd they do?
It did?
They did it.
Sealed them up. That
It's done.
sealed it up right there. That's
Yeah,
it.
it's done.
Man.
It's done. Unless there's a bunch of penalties under 90 or 60 seconds for Damage, and there's swing points. I don't see anything.
Mystic
really
Marshall. Who seeth thou? Final matchup. Russian Legion, Tampa Bay Damage.
You asking me who wins it?
Who is going to win from the great beyond?
Hey, let's go, boys. It's not over. Keep on fighting.
You know, that is a tough pick because Damage, I mean, I haven't seen a team as pumped up as Damage is. Every time I see those guys out here, well, you know, in between games, in between, as we're kind of talking to everybody, utter confidence.
Yeah.
Just swagger dripping off of them.
Well, I mean, it's a tough pick for us mere mortals over here, but I mean, for Mystic Marshall, it should be no problem.
Well,
or you just don't want to tell us just yet.
Well,
you don't want to tell us.
Well, Todd, because Red Legion is the only team out of all of our picks still in, I win. Regardless.
I win regardless, so I'm not going to go ahead and blow my streak here.
Let's go, boys.
Always some friendly betting on the side. We got my fan wagon going live, and then we got some side bets up here in the booth. Mostly because we just love taking Cena as Muda's money.
Well, you know, Todd and I bet
as you guys well know from the Impact series.
Well, Todd, you know, we did bet a Siberian Tiger on this one, so I'm gonna need a 6-month-old Siberian Tiger.
Oh man, I'm going to London
to
next
my
week.
house.
I'll see
By
what I
next
can
week.
get. I'll see what I can pick up while I'm in London.
You get everything in London, man.
Yeah.
You can get me an
It's
album.
just, getting it's not a problem. It's just getting it back through customs.
Yeah, I mean, if you could just get, and I really appreciate you giving me like an albino Siberian Tiger.
Man,
I
dude.
know it's gonna be a little bit tougher, but
I always want the special request.
Let's
Give
go,
me your
boys.
special
Let's fucking
request.
Todd, only because you're resourceful.
Yeah, right. You're right. I can make it happen. Here we go. 7-3, 3.5 minutes, all the way up to the Dorito 2 on the break. Edmonton Impact sliding in. Rula's gonna have to switch right away. Jacob trying to make a move into the 1. He gets picked off. So down 1 body right away. Laval goes up to the wall. Edmonton Impact with all 5.
Yeah, and just not making any big moves right now that they have to.
Well, Damage did lose a body. So we'll see here again, though. The problem is the 4-point spread, 243. Impact with 5 strong. They are trying to stack up bodies in these front bunkers. And here comes Justin Rabikoff as Laval pushes forward and just assassinates Silos Cortez. I don't know why Cortez is trying to stay in.
He's not hit.
I mean,
now he is.
I heard a whack in there.
Yeah, several.
As Laval ran him down. And when your team's up this many points, you don't want to have it come anywhere close to a penalty. You feel a nick, you got to come off.
Yeah, Justin Rabikoff doesn't know that Jason Edwards died. Does now. Only 2 bodies left alive for Damage. Trey Rapp looks like he might get both. No, Tim Mountrusher gets him.
And then Tim gets chopped up trying to come out wide.
Yakimek's got to go. Or Rainey.
Yeah, so Rainey is going to sprint in, uses some of the wheels, and gets in there and hits that buzzer with 1 minute and 52 seconds left. 3-point spread, 2 minutes-ish left to go.
You know, Impact does finally get a kill on the break against Jacob. We saw what the previous 3 points, the point previous to this, it was Impact losing close to 2 bodies on the break. So, I mean, if Impact can get those kills, they got a chance, but
let's listen in.
That guy has a cross is shooting high. Listen. Go to can quick, because they're not even putting pressure on us. Wrap immediately, and he should make it.
So should I say shot past you?
No, you're going up and over to snake 2.
Yes, 100%. Bacon, you're wrapping on the 2? On the 4, across field.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
It's on your mirror.
Both those guys are looking cross for some reason. They're not even looking at us.
You need to run out.
Need water.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Need water.
Rainey's down. JC, Bacon, Nick.
Look, their guys on the outside are playing like vaginas because they don't want to get shots.
Mouse and Brandon.
Shooting
In case
cross,
people are wondering who Bacon is, that's
So you shoot.
Dave Baines' special nickname for Justin Rabikoff.
up to here, all the way. You know what you can actually,
1 minute.
do is sit in this dead zone, shoot the gun, and then up and over. It's plenty of time.
And you would think that that nickname came because, you know, Justin Rabikoff sizzles like bacon, but no, they just happen to be eating
Because his
breakfast.
game is so crispy.
No, they were just eating breakfast randomly somewhere, and Dave wanted to have something on J-Rab, so he was eating some bacon. So he's like, oh, you like bacon? Your new name's Bacon. And J-Rab for like a year and a half was like, I don't know why he keeps calling me Bacon, man. I like bacon. What can I do? And then
Who doesn't like
he's just
bacon?
been calling him Bacon for like
30
5
seconds.
years.
Right, we're going to win it on the snake side real quick.
Tighten your strap, babe.
So there are the kill count leaders, and Justin
30
Rabikoff. That makes sense that Justin Rabikoff is the kill count leader, as he has just been doing an amazing job over here on this snake side of the field. This is just the kill count leaders for Impact. Is Nick Laval, 22, Brandon Cornell, ton of spins for him over there, and a lot of work, but they got a tall order in front of them, man. Under 2 minutes to go, 3 points. Can Impact do it? This would be a pretty historic comeback.
Oh, they
if they
shoot-
can find a way.
They shoot Jacob Edwards again on the break and don't lose anybody, so that's a good start for Impact. But Justin Cornell gets shot in the snake.
Well, they lose Silos.
And
Damage
Silos
lose
died.
Silos.
Nick Laval gets shot as well, so now it's a 3-on-3. Justin Rabikoff gets shot at the corner, 3-on-2. No, Tim Montresor dies, 2-on-2.
2-on-2, but that should slow things down. Brandon Cornell still alive. He understands the situation. He's not stopping. He goes to the 50-yard line on the D side, trying to wrap around. And then here comes, cutting up the center, Alex Goldman. And here comes Derula. Derula is going to run into a gun. I don't agree with that move for
One-on-one
Derula.
right now, Jason Edwards versus Alex Goldman. Alex Goldman gets shot because he has no idea that Jason Edwards made the move. Damage wins. Game, set, match.
60 seconds.
Damage going to make this 8-4, and I think Impact might just let it run.
Well, 8 points. That's the most we've seen anybody put up here in the quarters or the semifinals. And it looks like they did concede the point, so we will play one more point out here, but it's going to be all for naught as this game is over. Damage will be moving on to take on the Red Legion in that final matchup.
Jay wants to go down.
Hey, put Joe or Mike in front of me.
I'd rather save it for the finals. I mean, not to be a dick.
Listen to Jason. He needs one down. Put Joe or Mike
Hey,
in front of me.
I'd rather save it for the finals. Joe, you go.
So looks like they're going to put Joe Barrett out for this one.
50 seconds.
Hey, give me half a top of my gun, please. 50 seconds. Joe, 50 seconds. I got it.
On my back, too. Pops left side.
Hey, I'm going out wide, okay? No?
No.
Jacob Edwards came out, played some paintball today.
Yes, he
You know,
did.
doing some, after doing time, come out the pen and changed man.
Yeah, you know, he got shot off the break the last 2 points, got himself a major, but welcome back.
8-4. Scoreboard, Nick.
He did get a penalty, but he did play. He played his tail off out
Yeah,
there.
well, he was just in there saying, hey, you know, sit me. Let's get the other guys in there and save my energy for the finals.
Well, they will have some time before that final matchup to rest, as we will have all the divisional matchups, the divisional final games going down here on center court before we get to that final game with Moscow Red Legion taking on Tampa Bay Damage.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the last time
time to get it
Damage
back,
was in
baby.
the
Let's go.
finals was World Cup. No?
Hey, your
He was saying California.
They played our Chaos when our Chaos
Our
won
Chaos at World
Riverside.
Cup. No?
No.
Jake's going to the baby. Okay.
That was 2014.
30 seconds.
Right, so World Cup comes after.
You want to go to the baby or what, Jake? I'm going to the
No,
they
our,
get blown
our
out?
Chaos won World Cup against,
Damage, wasn't it?
fucking go.
I think you're right.
was it Damage? I'm pretty sure it was California.
I can't
Cup.
For all you
World
viewers
Cup
back
was-
home,
World
if
Cup
you-
was
hey,
after Riverside.
Message me. Yeah, you're right. Message me on Facebook. Give me those updates. And on the breakout,
Probably the last point we're going to see here in this semifinal matchup is that 4-point spread. It's impossible that you can score 4 points in 42 seconds.
well, one body dropping for Damage.
And J-Rab was right. J-Rab was right on his play call. Justin Cornell able to go up and over to the snake off the break, shoot out that back center and that Dorito.
All bodies down for damage, so there's a really quick point there. We're going to see at least one more.
Yeah, a little too late.
Well, let's talk about this. We have 2 minutes, and this game is over. Let's talk about this matchup here that's going to be going down in the finals. Todd, Red Legion, Damage. Let's break it down side by side. Snake side, walk me through what you see on the Snake side for Red Legion, and then versus Damage.
So for Red Legion, they don't go anywhere. You know, you see Smotrov in the lake, in the snake a little bit. They mix it up between sending Biernikov to the mini Dorito or just leaving him in the back center and having Smotrov come out to the snake side can. And they really just hold fast. They let everything go down in the middle and on the Dorito side. I think where their push is coming, but they kind of wait.
They go.
Yeah, they wait. Yeah, they let the play develop on the Dorito side and then attack the
But what did we
side.
talk about at the outset of the quarterfinals? We said, okay, how does it work? You can see there on the field. So in that center, that's the start. Everything goes down in the center first. Then based on what's happening in the center and who went where, D side, snake side, but that's when Smotrov and Biernikov clock in. Because we've seen a ton of points where they're making those secondary moves. So I think I agree with you. They hold up in the beginning, but they're fearless on those secondaries when they see the move, though. There's the key.
But they don't run into guns. You know, if they're mirrored up, you know, in the can in the back center, they won't try and put you in and go. They'd rather wait, have it go down on the Dorito side, wait till you switch, and then go in.
So how does that match up then with Damage?
So what Damage has been doing is kind of the same thing. But they're more committed to Silos right away. They'll send Silos up into that mini Dorito and play heads up from the back center, but they'd have the snake side can occasionally look across and the big Dorito on the Dorito side looking towards the snake side. So they'll fight you heads up. They might have to fight heads up a little bit more playing against the Russians, but I mean, they're just kind of launching Silos into that spot and letting him get creative. He might go up to the mini wall, he might go up to the big wall, he might come up to the tower. You know, if there's a guy in the middle, he'll try and kill that guy. If there's not a guy in the middle, then he'll try and play heads up.
So Nick, and then in the center and the D side, give me a quick rundown of what you think. Red Legion, Damage, how do they match up their center and the D side?
Well, I think Red Legion has a big advantage in the center. You know, we've seen Darula, who played really well up the center in the prelims for Damage, shift over now and play the snake. Holiday is their attacker, or has been their attacker today up the middle, but we've seen Kirill, Sergey, Polyakov all go up the middle and do work for Red Legion. So I think the advantage goes to Red Legion up the middle. On the Dorito side, I think it's pretty even.
I almost give Damage the advantage on the D side. I'm gonna give the Legion the advantage in the center and on the snake side. So we'll see, though. I mean, this is why we shoot the paintballs at each other.
So Ray, really quick, shout out to Will Robertson, Rick Cozart, and Joseph Barron. Our Chaos beat Tampa Bay Damage 7-0 at World Cup.
Thank you.
Ooh. Shock one up for Todd Martinez. So we're going to be back here
about 25 minutes
with the Division 5 divisional five-man coming up next. But it's going to be about 25 minutes of a little bit of a break here before we get into divisional finals. So stick with us here, GoSports.com. It's going down. Sunday's competition. Find out who's going to win these divisions and who we're going to crown the champions. 2017 NXL Atlantic City Open. I'm Matty Marshall, Todd Martinez, Nick Sloviak. We'll be back.
Welcome to the Garden State